Welcome to Rangers Radio on the Matchday show, the world's one and only unique live phone-in show for Rangers supporters all over the world. Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Hello, good morning, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Foxshare, on the show this afternoon, this evening. Well, this morning is Albert. How are we doing, Albert?
I'm great, mate. Yourself?
I'm all right, mate. All right. A long journey to be here just for you, mate. Yeah.
Trains, planes, and automobiles, mate.
Things I do for you,
Anyway, we're here and we're ready to go.
Here, mate. And a big game for Rangers away at St.Mirren, which in the last couple of years has become a tricky place, which always was a tricky place at times. Rangers team today, mate. Yep. Butland, Aarons, Suter, Fernandez, Begahoma, Rothwell, Raskin, Cameron, Ant-Man, Gassama, and Ascard. Substitutes: Kelly, Tavernier, Barron, Diamondi, Dowell, Igaman, Moore, Curtis, and Danilo, mate. So, when I look at that, mate, there's new signings: Aarons, Fernandez, McComb, Rothwell, Cameron, Ant-Man, Gassama, and Ascard, mate. Yeah? Yep. There's only Butland, Suter, and Raskin, mate. 8 new players in there, mate. It's a different Rangers team, mate.
Definitely is, mate. With time.
Yeah.
You got to let them start to play. You got to let them see what they can do. They can't do much worse than what we've been watching, put it that way. Having said that, mate, we're getting into this game of day unbeaten in the league, so they've got a wee bit to live up to.
Mm-hmm. Get the victory, mate. Move on. Yeah. Get the victory. Move on. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. That's what we're looking for. I'm not looking for any silky football. I'm just looking for a victory.
He's had a lot of criticism, but I've got to congratulate him. Please bear me out, yeah? The fact that he's took Diamandi out the team, mate, who has been a shadow of himself, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, mate. He has been a shadow of himself. There's no doubt about that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what's happened to the boy at all. He seems to be second guessing. Even when he's on the ball, he's not making passes. It's simple passes. I mean, he took a corner kick once and it knocked it out for a shy. But on the other side of the park, about 20 yards away for 5 yards, 10 yards away for the 18-yard box. How can you knock a corner kick that far wide? But anyway, he did it. He managed to do it, and it's just the way he plays. The boy's to me has been and always will be a maverick, mate. He plays the game his way. And if you're trying to fit him into this rigid structure that you were trying to fit him into, or trying to play, it'll never work, mate. I know in my eyes it'll never work.
Mm-hmm. Right, okay.
So,
so how have you seen this team lining up, mate? So back four, and it looks like a midfield through. We'll get the 2 wingers. Are they the front people? Is Asgard playing as a 10, or is he going straight into the number 9 position?
I don't know, mate. I'm trying to work it, but well, I can see the midfield being Rascal, Waller, and Cameron, and I can see the 2 wingers are the 2 wingers, aren't they? They're going to play in the wing, obviously. It's where is the only player you're worrying about, maybe 2, is not worrying about, but wondering where they're going to be playing is basically Azagab and Cameron.
Unless it's a 4-4-2 with the 2 wingers playing up front, mate.
I mean, that's what I said during the week.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said during the week. We should start going like that. Mate, it's hard to beat, mate, and take it and build it for there. Once you make yourself hard to beat, you've got a fighting chance. If you don't make yourself hard to beat, you've no chance. So it's not even a 50-50 in a lot of cases. If they've got bigger players than you, it becomes a 60-40 in their favour. But if you make yourself hard to beat, it's you can do. I said to you earlier on, it doesn't matter what system you're playing. You can afford to play any system you want. You're just got a rock solid defence, hard to beat. You can do what you want, absolutely anything you want. But you're not going to do it with a leaky defence and wide open the way we've been playing. Mm-hmm. We've been saying this, we're repeating ourselves because we've been saying it all week, haven't we?
I heard an interview with the new Spurs manager
Right.
who's went for, and he said they had a total of 6 clean sheets in the league last year, 6 out of 38. They said there will be 2 so far this season, so that maybe looks at your point, mate. Yeah.
I mean, it's like reinventing the wheel, mate. The wheel's already reinvented. You don't have to go and try and make another wheel up. The wheel's there. And every successful team in the history of football, every great team in history of football starts with a rock solid defence. Every team. Don't care who it is, mate. You can name any team in history that you say is the best team you've ever seen, or whatever way you want to put it. But any brilliant team, any team, successful team, has a rock solid foundation, mate. A good defence, rock solid. And I mean rock solid. I don't mean, sometimes they play all right, sometimes they play good. I mean rock solid. Raw 8s out of 10, 7 8s out of 10, the whole lot of them. Goalkeeper, back 4, all 7 8 out of 10s every week. Sometimes they hit 9, sometimes they hit 10 on the rare occasion, but they're always 7s, mate, always. And that's rock solid. What we've actually got is one week your centre half, Jigger's a good example of it. I'm not picking on the boy now. I'm not saying it's his fault or anything's his fault, but he did make mistakes. One in up until the mistake he made in the League Cup game against Alloa, we were all saying, and rightly so, boy looks a player, looks a rare centre half. That boy makes that mistake and then makes another one with Bruges, and now we're all looking up and going, is he a player? That's the way it works, mate. You can't have that. It's got to be rock solid 7 no matter who you're playing.
Again, you can only critique what you're saying. Somebody can be 10 out of 10 one week, mate, you think he's outstanding, but if he's crap the following week, mate, you don't give him 7 because he was good the week before, mate. You're only talking about that game.
It's got to be 7, mate. A steady 7. Who epitomises that? Who epitomises that in the right, Papats? He epitomises it, mate. He's no fancy. He's no this or that. And the next thing
for me was an 8.5, mate. You know. Anyway,
I could imagine.
I'll give the team out and then we'll get the phone lines opened, yeah?
Aye, okay, mate.
All right, the team is Butland, Aaron, Suter, Fernandez, Bacoma, Rothwell, Raskin, Cameron, Antman, Gassama, and Asgard. Substitutes Kelly, Tavernier, Barron, Diamondi, Dowell, Igaman, Moore, Curtis, and Danilo. Now, there's only the new signing, Moore, on the bench, mate. It's like the new team versus the old team, the starting 11 and the substitutes.
Aye, definitely. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, mate, that's the way it should be. Players coming in, we thought were taken over for the old guard. That's what we all thought. What we actually got is a mismatch of all sorts of nonsense, mate, and it's not been working. But hey, we're going into this league game unbeaten. If that's an achievement, that's what we're going into today, and we're going to get the 3 points. Let's hope we get the. I'm just looking for the victory, mate. I just want the victory. I don't care how they do it. Just get the victory.
Away game, get the points, move on up the road, mate. Yeah, I know that for. All right, we'll get the phone lines open. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Yes, as we said, Butland, Aaron, Suter, Fernandez, Migholm, Rothwell, Raskin, Cameron, Antman, Gassama, Asgard. Right. Depends where Asgard plays, mate. If he plays in the left, Cameron goes in the right, and then you get 2 in the middle. Or does he go? Is it a 4-3-1-2? It'd be interesting. It's going to be interesting, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, either that or he's just going to throw Asgard right through the middle. Mm-hmm. But I don't see it. Well, I don't know. Maybe we don't know where the boy plays actually. So it's a case of we've just got to wait and see. Yeah. I hope it's something new.
What does that say about Danilo?
Well, it's telling you that he's not good enough, mate. He's back to goal. He's not that player. I wish he would stop trying to turn players into something they're not. Like the goalkeeper into sweeper keeper, Danilo and Dessers into this back to the goal centre forward. They're no the types of players, mate. And it doesn't matter how long you play them in, it doesn't matter how long you coach them, they're never going to be these types of players. It's a specialised role, mate. These 2 roles, the goalkeeper and the centre forward, are specialised roles. You need to know how to play them. And you need to be comfortable playing them the way he wants you to play them. So if you are a sweeper keeper and you're good in the ball and you're quite comfortable running out your boats and clearing things and you can read the play well. Now that's the thing, reading the play well, when to go, when not to go, who's got it covered, who's not got it covered. I can do better if I run out the boats, I can do better if I stay back. That's reading the play, mate. But so the centre forwards, when they come after centre half, how far do they come after centre half? Who do I pass the ball to when I get the ball? Am I going to try and spin? Does he leave himself weak on the left hand side or the right? Oh, you've got to read your play. You've got to know what you're doing. And not everybody does, mate. I mean, you put me in any position. I wouldn't be able to play when I was younger. It's a specialised position. Some people can play it superbly well. You look at that Man City yesterday, that big Haaland. He struggles to play that. It's not his game, mate. Goal scoring's his game. That is his game. Hold up play is not his game.
No, I don't disagree with you. Look at my name, Chris Boyd, mate.
Exactly.
What a finisher, mate. What a finisher. As a football player, no, but what a centre forward, yeah. Two different things, yeah.
Yep. Big Haley was brilliant in there, in both boxes, brilliant. And he could hold the ball up to a certain degree, but he had a football brain as well. He wasn't the ideal target man for that, but excellent, absolutely excellent. He could play it. But the one that I keep thinking about to play that was the other one. What do you call him? Guy with the dark shadows under his eyes. His name. Centre forward for Rangers.
When?
Scored in the 5-2 game against the Mankey mob at Ibrox with the header. Ball was close to him.
Oh, Kevin Drinko, and it was 5-1.
Drinko.
It was 5-1, mate. Yeah.
Sorry, mate. 5-1. Drinko. I thought he was brilliant. He was absolutely excellent. That type of centre forward he's looking for.
Quick story. Drinko was a smashing player. He came up to us and was doing really well with him. As soon as said to him there was a move for him, somebody came in. I think it was Coventry actually, and he says go, because he was a heavy smoker. And the story I was told, that Souness advised him to go to take the move for the signing on fee because it was his last one, because he wouldn't have longevity in his career. Just a quick anecdote. But back in the day, mate, how do you see his lining up? You know, it's not even time to think about it and digest it, mate.
Well, as I say, it's Cameron and Asegard. Where are they playing? That's all you need to figure out. One thing I will say before we get into it is I hope he's come up with this team, not because anything happened on Tuesday, but because he sees weaknesses in that St.Mirren team, and this is the team to exploit their weaknesses. I hope that's the reason, mate.
Mm-hmm. Well, how many changes we made for the week? So obviously, the Jigger's suspended, so Fernandez comes in, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've took Diamandi out, and if we're honest, mate, he was due to be dropped. I mean, that's 8 games, and he's been pretty non-existent. Yeah. And he's took Danilo out. All right, he scored the goal, but I thought his performance was... The goal might have got me 5 out of 10, mate, but if he hadn't scored the goal, it would have been 3 or 4 out of 10. Is that fair?
Aye, definitely, mate.
Aye. Definitely. So there's the 3 changes, mate. So one enforced, and 2 that he's saying that it's for form or tactics or shape or whatever. So there we go. 3 changes for Tuesday night. On form on Tuesday, you could have changed 10, but we haven't quite got the people to bring in yet. Can I just say that obviously pretty much 3 left backs have left the club in the last, and Cervantes, mate. Ridvan, Cervantes, obviously Jeffrey, and young Robbie Fraser have all left the club under different circumstances. Like everybody else, we wish them best, particularly young Fraser. We've got some money in for Jeffrey and Ridvan, and Cervantes is a year's loan at Toronto with no paying his wages. It'll be interesting to see what happens there when the weather gets a bit cold in about 6 weeks' time. What he thinks of the weather there. But anyway, we wish them all the best. And it's time, and I think they were on your... I think, forgetting about the boy Fraser, I think you might have the list, but I think they were on your list, mate.
They were on the list. Apart from Yefty, I don't think he was on my list. I'll go back and check it, but I don't think it was. It's it's one of these situations that it's not rocket science. Let's be honest about it. We all knew who should be going. The fact of the matter is, it's taking a bit
And
of
I
time to
forgot
get
about
rid of
Ben
him.
Davis. Ben Davis is finished. That's him. His contract's up next summer, so he's on a year loan at Oxford United. So he's away, and that'll be him finished with the club as well. Yeah,
And you
he
got to
was on
remember
the
we
list.
get rid. Ben Davis. You got to remember we actually get rid of 6 players prior to them going as well. Everybody's forgetting about Casemiro and Fernandes and Cherney and Hadji and Lawrence and Balogun. They're all away, mate. They're all going this year as well. So there's another 6 out the door. Plus these 4, there's 10 out the door. Plus there's somebody else away, I can't remember. It'll come back to me. My list, proper. That's it. Ridvan, proper. King, Davis, Fraser, Barjami, McCausland's another one away. Cifuentes, Dowell, and Matondo. That's what I said they all should be going. So Ridvan's away, Proper's away, King's still there, Davis is away, Fraser's away, Barjami's still there, McCausland's away, Cifuentes is away, Dowell's still there, and Matondo's still there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 of them, mate. No bad.
Aye, and things could move this week as well for some of the rest of them to go. Anyway, we go back to the day's game. Big game for us, mate. And there's a mood about the support, mate, that's no pleasant. Yeah.
Nah, it's they're calling for the man's head, and that's the end to it. So I'm not going to get any who should he go, should he no go.
No, but there's a mood that, I don't know, apathy, anger, disillusion, a lot of that. Yeah. The
bottom line is we're just fed up again told that wait, it's going to get better, wait, just keep waiting, wait. Oh, it's always wait. It's never, this is going to work. No, that's fine. They're human beings. You never know how people's going to react in a new environment, blah, blah. But this new, they need to learn the system. Passing the ball is passing the ball, mate. Knowing when to pass the ball is knowing when to pass the ball at professional level. You know what I mean? Come on. Gerdon corner kicks is Gerdon corner kicks. I mean, what we're learning here, it's nonsense when you look at it that way. Okay, so, you need to, I don't know, I keep saying we're going to get better. One of the questions that I want to ask him, by the way, see when we do get better, will we know we're better? What does better look like? Are you going to tell us one day, no, we're better? I mean, all we're looking at is results, mate. Forget about when you're better, when you're no better, who's doing this and who's doing the results. And that's the only thing that's going to save him. That's the only thing that's going to save any manager, let's be honest.
I couldn't agree more, mate. I'm glad you mentioned the manager, mate. You're so professional, but you've came such a long way in such a short space of time because we've got the manager. So if you get yourself a mute, we'll hear for the manager.
Russell, St.Mirren in the Scottish Premiership this afternoon. What's been your message to your players ahead of this one?
I really like the reaction from Tuesday, so to stay in that energy, the way they've trained, the way they've worked this week, the way they've been with each other. So level of aggression, running, energy, intensity needs to be the same. We have to really come here and fight and compete first and foremost, and then the performance will be based off the back of that, and then we can play the game in our way if we're willing to do that. So it's been really clear, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that from the players today.
Yeah, how much focus of that goes into the start of the game and obviously the opening period?
Yeah, we have to set the tone really early and try and dictate the rhythm of the game really early. I think it's so important. We came out and started the second half so well on Tuesday after such a difficult start in the first half, so we can't afford to start games like that. So it needs to be more like that second half. We need to come out and play with that energy all the time. And then, of course, in every game there's going to be maybe a moment or two of stress, but we have to respond to it properly and with the same energy and get back to the work really quickly. So I'm looking forward to seeing that from the players today.
Yeah, 3 changes today. Fernandes comes in, Cameron and Asgard as well. Can you talk us through the thinking behind those?
Yeah, so Manny has had to wait for his chance because Nasser and John have been really good together. So Nasser's suspension means that Manny gets a chance, and he did some really good stuff against Alawa, obviously scored a goal as well. So he needs to then step up again, and it'll be a really good game for him. And then the other 2 guys, Lara was really unfortunate to come out of the team because of the energy he plays with. He started really well for us here after obviously an injury, and then when he's got in the team, and then you make a couple of changes for various reasons. But he's back in because of the energy he brings, the level of consistency in what he does. Always makes the right decision for the team first, so that's really important for us. And he's playing for that reason. He deserves opportunity, and Tello will give us some physical presence, take the ball. He's played that role before. We knew he could play that role when we brought him here, that he's going to play today. And he's shown in training and when he came on the other night that he's ready to do that.
Just lastly on St.Mirren, what do you expect from them today?
They're really well organised, they're really aggressive, really together, good spirit, good togetherness. Steve's had a long time to build something here and done a great job. So we're expecting it to be tough, but like I said, we have to be here, compete, turn the game into what we want it. And if we can do that, it'll be a good day for us.
Thanks for that, Mr. Fox.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Just you being so professional, me being like an amateur cutting across the jingle there. Thanks for that, Mr. Fox. Look, all the cliches come out there, he said all the bits, mate. We've got to score goals, mate, and we've got to start the defending well. It's as simple as that.
It's not any more complicated, put it that way, is it? It's score goals and defend well. That's it. It's easy, isn't it? It sounds dead easy, and it is dead easy. It's when you start complicating it and come out with nonsense and try to play fancy football, and you're saying, what's all this about? I don't get it. But anyway, if you watched that Man City again yesterday, this so-called fancy football, didn't do them much good yesterday, did it? So you look at it and say, is this what we're trying to get to? I don't get it, mate. I don't get it. But aye, as you say, the sound bites are there. We need to start fast. We need to say, we need to do this. We need to do that. Let's stay talking about it. Let's go out and start doing it. Let's start showing these people what we're all about. Because this team's identity is blown in the wind at the moment. It's just, our manager says we're going to get good. Well, it's time to show us how good you are. Let's see it. I want to see it, mate. Talking's done for me. It's just a bit. He should be. His press conference was really, really short now, mate. It really should be one-word answers. Sorry, mate.
This is game 9, mate. If you play 63 games, you're a 7th into the season, mate. Yeah,
it's frightening when you think of it, isn't it?
Aye.
It's, I mean, if it's all about energy, why are they not running harder then? Why they? That's the questions he needs to find out. This is and get the answers to, mate, because he's saying we came out and played well against Bruges in the second half. I thought we came out and done all right. I don't know if we were brilliant. We've done all right, and we got ourselves a goal, probably two. But they got the second one, it looked a lot better, obviously. But it's why they're not starting like that. And by the way, if they start like that, can they maintain it for a large part of the game? It's we've got 10, 15 minutes and we're turning into a 10 and 15 minute team. It just depends where that 10 and 15 minute comes. It might come at the beginning, it might come in the middle of the game, it might come at the end of the game. But one thing's for sure, it doesn't come the whole game or the majority of the game. I don't think anybody can keep that kind of pace up for the majority of any game. But the idea is when you're going tap and you're going pressing like this, score and keep on scoring. Score as many goals as you can because
goals change football matches, mate. Goals change football matches, yeah.
Exactly. But we just dominate, his words, no mine, dominate the ball for a wee while, press for a wee while, don't score, and then all of a sudden, we're back to where we were before, defending badly.
Yeah, I think we've been joined by old Davey. Morning, David.
Hi. How you doing, guys?
Great,
right,
mate.
Ah, it's great. I was just picked up on something you were saying there, Oates, which just sort of, I think it was spot on when you went disillusioned. I think that sums quite a lot up where we are so far. And this is, when you were saying this is a big game, I think this is absolutely massive. When you look at the next few games, and if we get turned there, they want to see, I don't know if that guy could survive that. What do you think of that?
Don't know, mate. We're just concentrating the day, and hopefully the day can lift a bit of the cloud away, mate, and then you move forward. Don't give us a lot of hope. You're hoping you get the first goal and it becomes interesting on Wednesday. And you're hoping that we win all our league games. Doesn't matter who we're playing at Ibrox, but you have to win the day. Albert?
Yeah, I know. I'm glad Diamondi's not playing because if you were summed it up many times that he's been just not even an empty shirt, but there's been a few empty shirts. And this will be a real battle today. You know, it always is, even when we had a sort of settled team, which we don't have at the moment.
No, what we've got has been new 8 players gone there for the first time. Well, Cameron's obviously maybe played there, but the rest are gone there for the first time, Alberta.
Aye, it's a new experience for them. Although for everybody else, but it's a new experience for them. It's a case of just applying yourself, mate. It's win the game. It's just about winning the game. As for him getting sacked, Dave, I'm pretty sure he'll not get sacked. He'll not get sacked, mate. Disregard all these results, he'll not get sacked. I think the days of that sacking managers is over, mate. It's done. And I'd be totally surprised if he ever did get sacked until it's time.
Albert, I agree with you totally. Yeah, I'm not advocating that he would get the sack. I'm just saying that the way that would, if that did pile out that way, there would be some pressure on him. And the thing is, there's some pressure on the players as well. Mm-hmm. It's not a good formula, but hopefully, as you say, Docs, hopefully they'll turn up the day. And then we take it from there. I'm like yourselves. I take it one game at a time. You know, but it's getting to squeaky bum. I
suppose at your age, Davey, you can't look too far forward, if you're being honest, mate.
Oh, that didn't take you long, did it?
Anyway, we'll be joined by Kilmarnock. Sorry about that, David. Morning, Kilmarnock.
Well, lads, I just want to know if it's steak pie or sandwiches, where I'm going or no, know what I mean?
Say that again.
So I just want to know if it's steak pie or it's sandwiches.
Oh, steak pie, mate. Full trimming soup. Lentil soup to start with. Steak pie.
Count me in.
And apple pie and cream. I've seen the menu, mate.
Brilliant. We just need to get a bit of a win today. I get some positivity about us. It's so negative. We need to, Russell Martin needs to start something. It needs to be the day. Because just David says, I can't see him lasting if it doesn't go right. And we all want him to succeed. Not one Rangers. True Rangers fans want Russell Martin to fail. Because if he fails, we're failing. The club's failing. The team's failing. You know what I mean? So
what do you make
keep
of
on
the
being
team?
negative about because crazy, strange. Is Astigard a number 9? He's a big guy, you know what I mean? So I can see why he's putting him there. Is he a striker? Well, I don't know.
I can get it. He's about 6'2", mate. I can get that. You want to play him, but he didn't look that type of player in the cameos we've seen, mate. Yeah.
No, he did look quite neat in the ball, right enough, didn't he? And he'll go against the big defenders, so it gives him something to think about. Danilo was never going to be an option, was it? Against them, and obviously Iggerman seems to be no fit enough. I don't get this. No, if you can play a couple half of games, you're fit to play a full game as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? And I didn't be starting Iggerman, but the team's that is what it is. Danilo, I think he's been turned. I think don't know if his agent's turned his head or something. So if he doesn't go by the end of the transfer window, then he might start playing again, which isn't fair on us as fans. He should be showing his all where he's staying or where he's going. But again, that's just me thinking that. Danilo. Diamande. Cheers. Sorry. I said Danilo. Diamande. I think his head's been turned, know what I mean? Because he has been really poor.
And if somebody's wanting to sign him, they've watched him the last 8 games, I wouldn't be signing him. I'm going to be honest with you.
So he's worked against himself then, isn't he? You know, I mean, if you want to move out the door, go out and play and show your best. Because other teams will go, oh, he is a good player, you know what I mean? And that's the same way Ridvan. We took a massive loss from Ridvan there. And there was nothing wrong with him. I'd have had him in the team playing. I'd have had him showcased in Europe as much as anybody thinks he's good, bad or whatever, indifferent. I'd have had him playing.
I'm afraid we can't take your call at the moment. Leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
I wouldn't have played him at all. I wouldn't have played him at all, mate, because if they got injured and made him in Scotland for another year, all better.
Aye, true. That's what I laugh at. I hear people saying, we should sign players and get them on 4-year contracts. No, that you're like, aye, okay. We'll no learn more lesson with this shit. No, you sign somebody, get injured, and that's it for 4 years. We'll get plenty on our books, plenty in the past that's done that, mate. But anyway, it's going to take.
I was happy when we got for Red Fan. Yeah, we made a loss for him, mate. But when you look at the number of games he's actually played in the last few years, mate, and what he's done, mate, you weren't going to get your money back. You weren't going to get your money back, yeah? Aye, and then you've got after wage bill, you've got some money in. I'm quite happy with that, mate.
I suppose it was meant when he signed 3.4, I think, up to 5 million with add-ons, so I don't think he's made the add-ons, has he?
No, they said he had a bit of growth left in him and he's not grown at all.
I think he's actually 5'10" or something, 5'11". He's not a wee guy, actually.
5'11".
People think.
You got a portable telly. Don't want you watching on a portable telly.
No, I think it's 1.76 metres. What size is that in old money?
5'4". Yes, he's a midget, mate.
He's a hobbit.
Did you see that picture? Did you see that picture at the start of the season when he came on in one of the friendlies and Fernandes was giraffe?
Aye. He done the addition for Game of Thrones, mate.
How did you see Panning today, David?
Oh, it's I don't think it'll be a football match. It's who wins the battle. I mean, they've got that big centre half, and for all he does, he stops everything. And if we've got a guy, depending on the way he sets his team up, could say, I mean, I'm always confident we'll win. That's just the way you're brought up, and that's the way you think. But lately, that's not been the case. You know, there's one thing I'm with all better on is this passing about, carry on we've started. Now, Butland hasn't got a clue with that. And it keeps, I mean, I was watching a few of the English games and it wasn't working with some of them and ended up they just lobbed it right up the park. But we don't seem to want to do that. And this is what's catching us out quite a lot. But I think hopefully we'll win. But I'm just really getting the page stages that we'll win.
I said, David, we hope in it. We hope in it. We're not getting any confidence. It's just a hope now. Yeah. It's bad. It's bad when you're talking this way, and it's bad, but it's the truth.
But performances on again is confidence. That's the truth. Don't matter, okay?
Aye. There's very, very little positivity. See wee bits of play, you know what I mean? But it's not consistent enough. And I think you said earlier, it was 9 games. And 9 games in, you want to start seeing I've got a lot of new players and that, but you want to start seeing regular starters. And it just doesn't seem to be. It's just, we're all over the place. It's just say, it needs to start somewhere. And hopefully it's at this, at Paisley today. As I say, then Tuesday's look after itself, but it's about today. It's about the 3 points today. We can't go any further behind. And I'm not one of these believers that think the 49ers wouldn't get rid of them if it went really bad in September, because I think they would need to pull the plug on them. But hopefully it doesn't get to that. We all want them to succeed. You know what I mean? I want them to succeed, and that starts with a win today. 3 points, regardless, 1-0, a Bridgeman, deflected goal, penalty we have, anything, just as long as it's 3 points. Anything less, it's just mere pressure on the team, on him, on the club as a whole. So let's get across there, get 3 points and back across Lang M8, back to Ibrox and roll on Tuesday. On the subject of Gogic, I think he's actually only 2.5 inches higher than Yilmaz.
Was he about
What's
5'11"?
that for you? 6'1". And Yilmaz is 5'8.5".
Aye.
So 6'1" isn't really that big either for a defender. But he is bulky, the big guy, you know what I mean? But I'll wait a bit.
Aye, he's no your traditional set off. He's more like a
Fans do
sweeper.
5'8.5" with stilettos on. You're telling that right now. I'm going to find out his height. He's about 5'4", 5'5", something like that.
Oh,
something ridiculous.
I think Durmanuk's closer to the mark from you on, mate.
5'11"?
No, he's not 5'11", 5'8". 5'8".
He's got
right, how do you
see
see
it? So.
Aye, and we've got money in. He's after wage bill. Everything's positive, mate. He didn't turn up for his work often enough, and that's how Jeffrey had to play the games, and maybe that all the games got us that money. So maybe the money we didn't get in Ridvan, it forced us to get it in Jeffrey, who I quite liked initially, but you've got to say there was a mistake after mistake after mistake. So I don't see that as a negative. Might come back if the boys improves, but he's gone, and we've brought in a good few million between the two of them. So you move on, and the days have started, and we'll see how the young boy does in loan. He had a decent game and a bad performance on Tuesday night, Albert. So we'll see how he gets on today.
Absolutely, mate. He had a great debut, but he's had 4 or 5 days of coaching now, so I don't know what we're going to see now, but he didn't look fair. He looks, and he doesn't look if he's quiet either. The sound of he's quiet. He likes to roar his head off, which is a good thing. And he looks keen enough, and the way you're hearing him talking, he wants to be here. So the boy's here to make a point. The boy's here to start his career, you know what I mean? And that's what I like to hear. If our young boys could take a leaf off of that and just say, look, this is what you need to do if you're wanting the short career to flourish. So it sounds if he's up for it, mate. It sounds if he's going. And for all accounts on Tuesday, he had a decent game, mate. I mean, he's brilliant, but he had a decent game. So I'm looking forward to seeing the boy again.
David?
Albert spot on that. I was very impressed with that boy. Very impressed when you look at how quick he was put into that position. But one thing that Albert says is what he worries me there. He says he's maybe pick up more of how to the coaching side of it, and I could just set a guy back. We're too easy to go through. And that's every other team, any other team watching us, before they even play us, they've got to assist. And that's a concern to me. Because it's nothing, it can't change nothing, it just sticks there. And you could have good players there that have gone, sorry.
That's a good point you make, Mark. Anybody who wants to see that, go and watch the Champions League highlights on the iPlayer and watch the analysis that Stephen Warnock does. Yeah, if you got your telly working again, Davey, or you need the money to put in the meter at the side.
I love it.
So go and watch the iPlayer highlights, mate. Champions League highlights. Fast forward the game and just watch the analyst that Stephen Warnock done, and you'll see where the issues are. It was quite decisive in things that we've talked about on here, and where the gaps are midfield and where they are wide, and the problems you get. It's there for everybody to see, Davey.
Definitely, but I mean, when we're talking about the tactics and things like that, and you can't legislate for the first 2 goals that we lost, and you can't get a team like even that team at that level, you can't get in 2 goals within 10 minutes, and that's not a manager. It's maybe the second one could be the way the zonal stuff goes, but you can't do that. And as you just said, I've seen that. I've seen what you're talking about, and it's spot on. It just highlights everything.
Aye. Right, last word for your good self, Dominic. How you think it's going to go? How you think it's going to pan out?
Hopefully it'll be 2-0 to the Rangers, and good defensive performance. We need big Fernandez step him up. Is he a left footer? Is he in the left of the defence, or is aye?
I think he's playing in the left, mate, but I think he's right-footed. When we watched him against Alloa,
right, okay.
When I knocked him past the ball, he seemed to do it with his right, mate. So that's what I noticed. But he's playing the left of the defence. Yeah.
We need a good display by Aarons as well. He needs to be more positive. He needs to stop turning on himself. I thought he was doing it because he was on the other side, but he was doing it in that right side as well. Just kept turning in. We need him putting the ball forward rather than just being that negative safe pass. So, and a wee win for the Rangers, 3 points, and yep, that'll do for me.
Here.
Go to agree. David was saying about the 2 goals against Bruges. You can't really legislate for that. The first goal, you can't, and I wasn't blaming Martin for that. The second goal, again, to me, that's a defensive setup, and they were still doing it for the whole of the game. So it never learned. Even the second half, we were all grouped in that 6-yard box. But as I say, 3 points today, and then we'll see what happens on Tuesday.
It's a must. David, last word on how it's going to go.
Aye, I'm up spot on there. Aye, I'll take any kind of win today, guys. And I hope they turn up today and shove every moan and groan, and I'm one of them, and everybody else who's been moaning about us. I hope they take that game and show us what they can do and shove it right down my throat. So thanks for having us. Always best show in town. God bless the Deers. And I was going to say good night. But
I've had a text. I've had a text.
What happens when you get to 76, guys, you know? I'll catch you later, boys.
I've had a text since Davey to Stevie. Is there any chance you can get custard with that apple pie?
Aye, definitely.
All right. Albert.
I hope we win the day, mate. I'm not even bothering the performance. Just win. I'll just win. And with Davey, come on, any result, any win will do me, mate. Any win. I don't care. 1-0, 2-1, 2-0, 6-0, 6-5. I don't care. Just win.
Listen, here's my expectations. I want to win both halves, Albert.
Aye, that's the way to do it, mate. Break it in, break it into nice sections.
Win both halves, and then you've won by at least 2 goals. That makes sense.
Yep.
That's what
it's
I'm looking for today.
Very logical. Very logical.
Right, can I thank Tom Allen and Davey for joining us, and Cal, who was trying to go on, but when we phoned you back, Cal, you've got some... your phone's different for the whole world, mate. The whole world, as we know in the past, all better.
Oh, definitely, man. Communication's not as strong point up there.
Well, good to hear from Cal. I was looking forward to hearing from him, but maybe hear from him after the game. Thanks to you boys for joining us. Thanks to Albert for doing the show. Always a pleasure. Thanks to Fox, supported by Old School Boys, for doing the technicals. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back for a quick show 15 minutes after the final whistle, celebrating a Rangers victory. Take it away, Old School Boy.
As we go marching down the Paisley Road, the west, the doors and the windows open wide, you will hear the people cheer. The Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. As we go marching down the Paisley Road West, the doors and the windows open wide, you will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me.